Listen up, brats. Politics is where all the other things you learn in other classes get connected. Here is where your correct use of magic will be tested. Your knowledge of magical creatures will be used to understand to what goal they work towards. And whatever you learn in history is important to not tread the same fallacy path. Only if you know with who or what you are dealing can you make adequate choices, and most importantly is all politics magical creatures dangerous. Sure, there's a huge part of inter-mage politics, but that is just child's banter. In the end, can mages discuss as many things as they want, and set up as many rules as they like, but without magical creatures, all of them mean nothing. Most magical creatures are almost plain animals, and animals follow the law of the wild. Someone who has no power has no value, no matter how good they as a talker are. You might call it barbaric, but that is the truth. In reality, are we the only living beings in balance instead of harmony with the world, and it is up to mages to keep that balance with the magical world intact. Merfolks hate humans, but they don't attack boats, because we, being weak in water on our own, have alliances to cover that weakness. At the same time, do we not touch that turf, as we would lose many partners to this. We may win the ocean, but lose the land instead. That is politics. Know everything about everyone and all at once, and prevent things from changing to worse. I'm Professor Aurea Nulek, and if you want to learn how to act like a real magician, I welcome you to this class. Listen up, this is a warning. Magical creatures are dangerous, no matter how they look or their intelligence. You could even say the closer they are to humans, the more dangerous they become. I can teach you what to do and what to say, teach you the structure the magical world is built on. But that will not save you if someone tries to kill you, or when a coup d'etat is blamed on you. Those working closest with magical creatures on a political level or not, all have to be wary of the balance all this is built on. You can never ignore the political implications of your actions. Only one ever could, and he is an exception beyond exceptions. I am not teaching you to become the greatest politician, but how to stay safe. You have many choices to stay far away from all this, and equally as many choices to make this the one thing you need to know over everything else. I know very well that politics are not everyone's shoe, but when I say you have to know this, I expect you to remember that for the rest of your life, instead of your parting words being if I had just known this before. So, politics and magic. There are two types, those between mages and those between mages and magical creatures. There's also a third one, between just magical creatures, but mages hardly get involved with those directly, and only especially trusted Jorum are allowed to be at these gatherings. One doesn't simply work towards getting that position, and if you become a Jorum, you will know what to do. On the other side are the easiest intermage politics. They are quite similar to human politics, in how they proceed. The one we will mostly focus on will be the mage magical creature politics. The first thing you will need to know is what you will most likely hear people saying. Creamy, made from the word krilm and jami, so meaning something like a group is good, but the word ponjo is also something used being the order of the king. In your magical script course will you learn more about how to correctly use these words, so all I'm going to say is that creamy will never be wrong, just strange in some cases when referring to politics. This is just your introduction class, and I couldn't be bothered to come up with some filler shit, so instead, if you are wondering why I'm not looking like your average politician, that is for the reason I already gave. Might makes right. Most teachers at the school also have another job in the magical world. In my case I am something akin to a mix of a bodyguard and interpreter. We mages would like to act free for normal politics chaos, but instead is all we do decided by 2 rounds instead. First among mages, then between mages and non-mages. This makes processes impossibly slow, so instead there are special groups within normal politics, designated to directly take part in the discussions between humans and magical creatures. For that are people like me needed, who are able to translate words, actions, and reasons, to allow negotiations to function properly. This also includes from time forcefully holding off any ill-willed people that can be as much magical creatures as they can be humans. There are also those with jobs more akin to normal politicians. It may right now sound as if mages are acting separate of their country, but in reality is the Bureau of Magic or similars in other countries that role. It is just that their range of work is so broad that they have to work as an entity of their own, and only in later stages consult with the rest. They handle all kinds of things, like controlling the use of magic from humans, the travel of magical creatures, or for magic societies, or one for the safety control of magical tools. But in the end, does it not matter if you want to directly take part in politics? As we are interacting with different races, we will be forced to deal with interracial politics. You need to know what you can do and what you can't do in presence of magical creatures. And even then, should you always thresh up these things before going to a place under the control of magical creatures. Also, is this knowledge important to know for simple survival? I already said it, but the magical creatures closest to humans are the most dangerous. A dragon neither fear nor respect any one specific human, so you have nothing to fear from them in turn. But on the other hand, werewolves are those living closest like humans, and under them are many who would trick humans to abuse them for their own gain. You are most safe in the company of a magical creature that openly hates you, as you at least clearly know their intention. For anything beyond that are the things you will learn in this class.